Part 6. Taking stock of the people in the world, starting with the fate of the country. Author, Red Lotus. Chapter 51. Tsunade looked at Naruto's majestic back, as if she saw the figures of the fourth Hokage and Jiraiya. To deal with these guys, there is no need for Konoha's Hokage to take action. In Tsunade's eyes, Naruto's faint words came out, "Mother-in-law, step aside and drink tea slowly." Naruto. Tsunade's somewhat unbelievable voice came out. In Tsunade's reflection, Naruto has always been a child who has not grown up. He did not expect that he has become so powerful at this moment, and exudes a sense of security. "What's going on, can't you see from here?" in the distance, Sakura asked as she looked at the smoke-filled place. "So awesome," he knocked down a pane with just one blow. Besides, the man with white eyes couldn't help but exclaimed. Hearing this, a smile appeared on Sakura's face. "Naruto, you. Well done, Naruto," everyone in the classroom couldn't help shouting. Naruto on the side couldn't help but blushed. In the village, countless villagers and ninjas fell into silence watching this scene. At this moment, for Naruto and the others, they felt extremely grateful in their hearts. If time came back, they would definitely not do that kind of thing to Naruto. The screen continues to play. "Tamaji, take Granny Tsunade to a safe place." Naruto's voice came out, and Gamaji also responded, "Mother-in-law, let me come and tell everyone in the village not to take action. If you have to protect everyone while fighting, it will be hard for me to fight." "Nu. Then bring the slug." Tsunade's weak voice came out, and then she took out a small slug from her body and handed it to Naruto. "Although I probably shouldn't ask this question now, I'm afraid that I can absorb natural energy now, so I know that I can feel everyone's chakra." Has Kakashi-sensei left the village on a mission now? An invisible natural energy emanated from Naruto's body, feeling the natural energy from all directions. Without receiving a reply, Naruto's words came out again. "Really, come on, Toji." As soon as the words fell, Tamaji's body jumped up. At the same time, Pain's 6 paths on the opposite side slapped the ground with one hand, and a huge white fog enveloped the surroundings. The next moment, a huge rhino summon rushed out, and in an instant arriving in front of Naruto. Bang! With both hands reaching out, Naruto grasped the huge rhinoceros horn tightly, and then the terrifying power exploded from his body, and the huge rhinoceros was instantly thrown away. Psychic art. On the opposite side, the beastman clapped his palm and summoned 2 huge summoned beasts again. On Naruto's shoulders, the bodies of Fukazaku and Shima jumped up. Immortal magic frog croaks. Invisible sound waves came out from the mouths of the 2 frogs, instantly controlling the 2 giant beasts in place, and Naruto also took the opportunity to rush towards Pain's 6 paths and others. Shadow clone technique. Using seals with both hands, 2 shadow clones appeared behind. Then Naruto's palms reached back, and 2 huge Raisnons condensed instantly, and expanded rapidly as time went by. Immortal technique Daima Raisnon. Boom! Behind the back, 2 shadow clones were holding big jade Raisnon, and then their bodies jumped up, and 2 huge Raisnon bombarded the 2 giant beasts. Xiaoan, Xiaojian, Xiaoguang. The words of Fukazaku sage came out. The words fell. Bang! Behind him, 3 huge frog beasts jumped up. The weapons in their hands were instantly drawn out, and they easily eliminated several summoned beasts. At the same time, Naruto also came. Arriving in front of Pain's 6 paths, under Slug's warning, Naruto used the invisible frog Kumite to instantly defeat the hungry path. There's no time to wait around, let's use new techniques to decide the winner at once. Naruto looked at Pain in front of him, and formed a seal in his hand to summon 2 shadow clones. "Really, have you become an immortal?" He has learned the same ninjutsu as Jiraiya-sensei. Tiandao looked at Naruto in front of him and said faint words. Teacher Jiraiya. Naruto looked at Tiendeo in disbelief, and then Tiendeo explained to Naruto. What a joke. Looking at Tiendeo angrily, Naruto raised his right hand. Phew. In mid-air, endless natural energy gathered together instantly. The spiral shuriken began to grow continuously and rotate at high speed, and the terrifying power continued to spread out. And this scene instantly attracted the shocked gazes of everyone around. Wind escape, spiral shuriken. In everyone's shocked eyes, the raisin shuriken in Naruto's hand was thrown out instantly. Whoosh! 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 The terrifying raisin shuriken rotated at high speed, cut through the atmosphere, and flew towards the ground at lightning speed. The location of Pain's 6 paths. Looking at the incoming spiral shuriken, the 4 of Pain jumped up without any hesitation and moved away in an instant. However, the moment everyone left the spiral shuriken, the terrifying spiral shuriken, the shuriken expanded instantly and involved the human being who was not hasty to dodge. Boom! The high-speed rotating spiral shuriken exploded instantly, cutting and smashing the human path. What is this move, and why does it give me such an irresistible feeling? In the world of pirates, Doflamingo couldn't help but exclaimed. What a powerful move! The power of this move is probably not inferior to my full-strength Crescent Moon Chong. In the world of the Shinigami, looking at the raisin shuriken that killed the human being, Ichigo Kurosaki couldn't help but exclaimed. Upon seeing this, the animal path once again channeled the Yatagata. Phew! The Yatagara struck with lightning and tore the huge body apart. Split the atmosphere and arrived in front of Naruto in an instant. However, Naruto jumped away from the attack range and was unscathed. At the same time, Fukazaku and his wife also joined the battle. Poof! A huge storm came out of Shima's mouth. In an instant, the yellow sand on the ground swept up to the sky, causing the surrounding area to be shrouded in darkness. Taking the opportunity, Naruto hid his whereabouts and suddenly shot out 2 Raise-Nons. Bang! The terrifying Raise-Nons instantly bombarded the animal path and animal path. On the body, the animal path responded. After just one encounter, there were only 2 of Pain's 6 paths, and the sage Naruto was extremely domineering. However, at the same time, Naruto's Sage Mode also reached the time limit. Oops, Naruto's Sage Mode has been released. In the world of Naruto, Jiraiya's expression changed slightly. Naruto was able to quickly deal with several Pain, completely relying on the blessing of Sage Mode. If Naruto was under normal conditions, he would be easily defeated by Pain. Has the magic been lifted? Looking at the panting Naruto, Tiendeo Pain's faint voice came out, if you want to do it now. Next moment. Phew! Tiendeo's body was like an offline bow and arrow, rushing towards Naruto's direction. Taking off the huge scroll from his waist, Naruto's body quickly moved away from Tiendeo, while Gameiji fell with a knife behind him, trying to stop Tendu. On the spot, Gamabunta and Tendu began to entangle, but Naruto still had no intention of stopping. Phew! With the help of Gamabunta's power, Tendu instantly fell in front of Naruto, and Naruto also threw out the scroll and gave it to Fukazaku for safekeeping. Bang! 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 On the same spot, Naruto and Tiendeo started close combat, punching and kicking. You came, and I went. Just step aside, kid, I'll do it. To read exciting novels, go to Fila Novel Network. From the side, Mrs. Wen's voice came. Next step is to enter fairy mode. Naruto responded while avoiding Pain's attack. Hearing this, Bunta's eyes widened in disbelief, and then he stayed away from the battlefield under Naruto's warning. On the other side, Fukazaku removed Naruto's shadow clone from Miawa Mountain, summoned Mi Boom. Naruto's shadow clone instantly turned into smoke and dissipated, and Naruto turned on Sage Mode again. Clang! Naruto stretched out his left hand and instantly smashed the black rod into pieces under Tiendeo's disbelieving gaze. In Tiandao's incredible eyes, Naruto's body swarmed up and kicked Tiandao's body away in an instant. It turned out that Naruto released the shadow clone in advance before leaving MT Miyaboku, and then asked the shadow clone to practice Senjutsu Chakra, and then channeled the spirit from MT Miyamu through the scroll to replenish the Senjutsu Chakra. Well, Mr. Naruto is indeed awesome. In the world of Demon Slayer, Tanjiro couldn't help but admired. So awesome, he actually broke that extremely hard black rod with his bare hands. In the pirate world, Wang Luffy exclaimed. Phew. On the same spot, Naruto once again condensed the Raisin Shuriken. Without the slightest hesitation, Naruto threw the Raisin Shuriken out in an instant, and the high-speed rotating Raisin Shuriken, the sword, exuded extremely powerful power and quickly rushed towards Tiandao. Just when the Raisin Shuriken was about to arrive at Tiandao, Hungry Ghost Dao suddenly appeared in front of Tiandao, and then stretched out his hands to absorb the Raisin Shuriken. Looking at the sudden appearance, the Hungry Ghost Path appeared in Naruto's eyes, and a look of solemnity appeared in Naruto's eyes. It turned out that the Hell Path opened the door to Hell and resurrected the Hungry Ghost Path. If the Hell Path is not dealt with, Pain will never be able to kill them all. A thought flashed through his mind. Naruto released smoke, and the next moment the spiral shuriken was suddenly thrown out. Seeing this, it's useless. The voice of the Hungry Ghost came out, and then he raised his hand to try to absorb the spiral shuriken. However, this time the spiral shuriken was just transformed by Naruto. Naruto, who had transformed into his original form, hugged the Hungry Ghost. Dao threw him to the ground. At the same time, a spiral shuriken rushed out from the smoke again, carrying unparalleled speed and power, and rushed towards Tiandao again. However, Tiandao looked at the spiral shuriken in front of him, his eyes condensation. Buzz. The spiral shuriken that was about to hit the sky suddenly turned into a hurricane and disappeared from the place. The power is finally back. Looking at Naruto on the ground, Tiandao's faint voice came out again. What, actually deflected Naruto's Raisin Shuriken? Not far away, Tamaji's eyes widened, and a surprised voice came out. It's not over yet. On the ground, Naruto covered the eyes of the Hungry Ghost Path. The next second, in the sky, Naruto's shadow clone held two Raisnon and rushed towards the Hell Path. Immortal Magic, Spiral Pill. Boom. Two terrifying Raisnons instantly hit Hellroad's body. The terrifying power directly caused his body to be blasted into the ground. What? Tiandao turned around and looked at the shadow clone falling from the sky in disbelief. On the ground, Helldao was knocked down by two spiral pills. A several meter large pit sunk in its center, and spider web-like cracks extended in all directions. Dry, so beautiful. Looking around at this scene, Gamabunta couldn't help but exclaimed in admiration. Two left. On the back of the Hell Realm, Naruto's voice came out. Amazing. Whether it's strength or strategy, Naruto is simply a fighting genius. Oh my god, Naruto is so powerful, he's about to defeat Pain. There are two left, come on Naruto. Sage Naruto, you are invincible. I want to be a ninja when I grow up, and my grandparents are very happy and give me my favorite jelly. Woohoo, I'm different, I'm quite a god of death when I grow up, my parents give me a big mouth that I love to eat. Go ahead, Naruto, this is your ninja way. I don't think it's that simple. The strength of Tiandao Pain cannot be underestimated. Have you forgotten the Shinra Tianzheng just now? What you said above is correct, I'm afraid it will be a tough battle next. Tisk, watching these two ants fight is really stomach churning. But even so, I can kill them with just one breath. Don't pretend to be cool upstairs, I'll kill you like a dog with just a thought. Stop pretending, I, the strongest god king in the god realm, will kill you all with one halberd. What kind of beast is the god king? I, immortal King Onlin, raise my hand to suppress you. Countless people on the screen praised Naruto's strength and unexpected fighting methods. You must know that the strength of Six Paths Pain, Wang Hao, is very terrifying. However, he was destroyed in less than a few minutes by Naruto's hands. Killing 4 people, this really shocked most people in the low martial world, and even some powerful people in the high martial world looked slightly sideways. In the world of Naruto. So strong. You killed Pain in just a few face-to-face encounters. Naruto, you are so awesome. In the classroom, many people couldn't help but praise Naruto loudly. Some girls even looked at Naruto shyly. Even Sakura couldn't help but look sideways. Naruto. He seems pretty good. In the Hokage's office. As expected of Minato's child, Naruto, you have indeed inherited the talents of Minato and Kushina. Sitting in the office chair, Sarutobi Hiruzen couldn't help but admire. At this moment, Naruto has become very powerful. Even compared with him, he is probably not inferior to him, and may even beat him. Short in just a few years, Naruto has become so powerful, and Sarutobi Hiruzen felt a wave of heart palpitations about this. It seems that I have to win over Naruto as soon as possible, and I can't let this kid hate me. The major ninja world in the Shadow Village, countless ninjas looked at the scene in disbelief, with shock on their faces. From the previous videos, we can already see how powerful Pain is, but he is such a strong man whose strength exceeds the shadow level. They were actually suppressed by a genin from the Konoha ninja village. When this news spread, it was like a slap in their face. Man. You know, there are many Chuyunin and Jounin among them, but at this moment, no one dared to speak out. Fight with Naruto. Everyone in the Akatsuki organization looked at the scene in disbelief, with shock on their faces. Everyone knew about Nagato's strength, but they didn't expect to be suppressed by Naruto Uzumaki at this moment. Taking stock of the people in the world, starting with the fate of the country. Author, Red Lotus. Chapter 52. The scene continued to play, just as Naruto was about to give the final blow. Tiendeo slowly raised his hands, and a terrifying rebuke formed an invisible circle around it. Shinra Tianzhang. The next moment. Boom. The terrifying huge force instantly blasted Naruto and the shadow clone out. Bang. Naruto's body rolled heavily on the ground several times, and the shadow clone was overwhelmed and dissipated into thick fog. It's okay, little Naruto. Naruto, who was lying on the ground with Fukazaku and his wife, couldn't help but have some worry on his face. Kindness. Naruto stood up and looked towards Tiendeo. At the same time, the 3 giant beasts of Gamabunta held weapons and smashed towards Tiendeo and Hungry Ghost Du. With a slight jump, Tiendeo and the 2 easily avoided the 3 beasts. After the siege, the 3 Toad Bunta beasts attacked again, but they were easily dodged by Tiendeo. Phew. Floating in mid-air, Tiendeo stretched out his hands and killed the 3 giant toad beasts instantly with a Shinra Tensen. What a terrifying ability. With just one move, 3 toad-summoned beasts were easily knocked away. In the world of pirates, Luffy looked at the scene in disbelief. It's not easy to solve. The strength of this Tiendeo Pain is probably the most powerful among all the 6 paths. In the world of Naruto, Jiraiya shrank his eyes and couldn't help but sigh. Jiraiya was also very afraid of Nagato's current strength. Even if he knew all the abilities of 6 paths Pain at this moment, even if I'm afraid he won't be able to take them down alone. You are indeed very strong. You are still the first one to push Pain to this point, but... After finishing the 3 summoned beasts, 613 Tiendeo couldn't help but praise, and then raised his right hand and pointed it at Naruto. All things are attracted by heaven. Buzz. At the same place, Naruto just felt a trance. A terrifying suction force came from Tiendeo's palm, and then his body involuntarily flew towards Tiendeo's position. At the same time, Hungry Ghost Deo appeared in Tiendeo. In front of him, Without the slightest hesitation, he punched out with a sudden blow. Bang! The terrifying power made Naruto look ferocious, and then Hungry Ghost rode past his hands through Naruto's creaking nest, trapping Naruto tightly. Human, and began to absorb the Senjutsu chakra in his body. After a while, all the sage modes of Naruto were dissipated, and he was about to fall to the ground from exhaustion. However, a sudden change occurred, and the Hungry Ghost path could not balance the natural energy, and actually became the Frogman Stone. At the same time, Fukazaku and his wife had completed preparations for their illusion and were about to activate it. However, Tiandao's right hand was raised and he used the all-encompassing celestial force to attract Fukazaku, and then the black stick in his hand instantly passed through Fukazaku's body. Chest. Tick tick tick. Blood dripped down the black stick to the ground. Naruto on the side tried to stop Tiandao, but he fell to the ground. Standing up, Naruto rushed towards Tiandao angrily, but he was sucked away by Pain's attack. He grabbed Naruto's neck with one hand, and then smashed him to the ground with one hand. Bang! The terrifying force instantly made a huge hole and spider web-like cracks sink into the ground. All over the ground, countless dust mist flew up. Without stopping, he grabbed Naruto's two palms, and then the black stick in his hand instantly penetrated Naruto's two palms, nailing them to the ground. Ah! Naruto's cry of pain instantly sounded, and the chakra in his body became chaotic involuntarily. Naruto! Damn it, it's so heartbreaking to kill people. Bastard, if you dare, let go of Naruto and let the two of you fight in a duel. Shameless, 6 hit 1, and 5 were killed in turn. Do you know how to play? Woohoo, I feel so bad for my Naruto, it hurts just by looking at him. Ha ha ha, what a joy. Well done Pain, take them all down in one go. Where have the others gone? If we don't take action now, when will we wait? Wasn't it Naruto who told them not to take action? Now I failed to show off and got fucked, I deserved it ha ha ha. Your sister, if I ask you to eat shit, will you eat shit? Is this the Konoha ninja village? There is no one who can fight. Where is Sakura? You were the one who shouted the loudest just now, but now where are you? If you don't come to your rescue quickly, how can there be more people? Stop screaming upstairs, Sakura is still seriously injured, how can she have time? Sakura, come online quickly, as long as you save Naruto, I will never blackmail you again. To read Bao's Huang novels, go to Filu Novel Network. In the screen, watching the scene of barrages passing by, most people were worried about Naruto's safety, and there was also a small group of people who supported Pain, constantly encouraging Pain to kill him. Naruto, everyone in the Hokage classroom couldn't help but exclaimed, their faces full of worry. Damn it, stand up quickly, Naruto on the side looked at the scene and couldn't help shouting. Come on Naruto, don't lose. In the village, most of the villagers and ninjas couldn't help shouting. They knew that if Naruto was knocked down at this moment, Konoha village might really be doomed. But there are also a small number of people who feel that it is enough to simply hand Naruto over. In the picture, Naruto began to question Pain, and Pain said that only by making the world feel pain can real peace be achieved. For this reason, he wanted to borrow the power of the tailed beast to make a tailed beast weapon dozens of times more powerful than destroying this village, so powerful that it could destroy a country in an instant. Let the world experience real pain. The fear of pain can prevent war and lead the world to stability and peace. This is Pain's belief. Now, Naruto is under control, and there is still no one in Konoha who can fight against Pain, but just when Pain is planning to take Naruto away. Tap tap tap. A burst of fast-running footsteps suddenly sounded, and Hinata, who was not far away, could be seen quickly approaching Pain. Then she jumped up and struck down with a palm towards Pain's direction. With a slight jump, Pain's body easily dodged Hinata's attack and landed not far away. It's too much to use these iron rods to block Naruto's movements. Looking at Naruto with black rods inserted all over his body, Hinata frowned, and then said loudly to Pain, I won't let you attack Naruto. Reinforcements. Looking at Hinata's figure, Pain's faint voice came out. At the same time, Naruto on the ground couldn't help but said, why did you come out? Run away, you are no match for that guy. Hinata, this is my own decision. Naruto, what are you talking about? How could you come to such a dangerous place? I came here out of my own will, and this time I want to help Naruto. I just cried and gave up from the beginning. I almost went astray several times. For me like this, it was Naruto who brought me back to the right path. I always chased Naruto, wanted to catch up with Naruto, always wanted to walk side by side with Naruto, always wanted to stay by Naruto's side. It was Naruto who changed me. It was Naruto's smile that saved me, so if it was to protect Naruto, I wouldn't even be afraid of death. Standing in front of Naruto, Hinata stared at Pain while speaking, because I like Naruto the most. Woohoo, I agree to this marriage. Garden. Nice girl, Naruto, if you pay by mistake, I will fucking kill you. Kurosaki Ichigo. Hinata is so bold. Xylan. Hinata is the eternal god. What is Sakura? Pirate Usopp. The one in front, is it a slap in the face? Hinata isn't scarred? Why don't you still come out to rescue Naruto? Eyes the Fire Fist. Come on Hinata, we must rescue Naruto. Pirate, Wang Luffy. Naruto, my mother has agreed to this marriage. If you meet a girl like Hinata, just marry her. Uzumaki Kusina. Mom is right, and Dad agrees. Hinata is a good girl just like Mom. Fourth generation Hokage wave Feng Shuiman. Why doesn't Pain take them down quickly? Why are you standing there in a daze? The 6 fallen princesses of the upper string. Damn it, I want to see Hinata die in front of Naruto. The 5 jade pots on the string. In the world of Naruto. In the ninja school classroom, everyone in the classroom, including Sasuke, looked at Naruto and Hinata with strange eyes. Naruto sat on the ground with a stunned expression, and Hinata's pretty face was even redder. Naruto, I know it's inappropriate to say this at this time, but Hinata has said these words, and you don't want to express your feelings. Hearing Ino's words, Hinata shyly buried her little head in her arms. Steam kept rising from her lavender hair, and even her heart was so nervous that it almost jumped out of her chest. In the house of the head of the Hyuga clan, Hyuga Hisashi's eyes were wide and wide, his white eyes even activated on his own initiative, the veins around his eyes popped out, and his body was shaking involuntarily. Although Hinata has lost confidence in his daughter, in the final analysis Hinata is still his daughter, and how old is Hinata today, so damn she actually confessed her love to Naruto in public? Although he knew that Naruto was the 4th generation son and would be the strongest Hokage in the future, Hinata still couldn't help but be angry. After all, who wouldn't be angry if their cabbage was eaten by a pig? You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Taking stock of the people in the world, starting with the fate of the country. Author, Red Lotus. Chapter 53. In the video, Hinata is in a posture to face the enemy, and her pretty face looks a little ferocious due to the opening of her white eyes. Drink. With a squeak, Hinata started to move. Clang. What was unexpected was that Hinata did not rush towards Pain, but instead kicked an iron rod from Naruto's body and broke it. However, just as Hinata was about to continue destroying the iron rod, a terrifying repulsive force came from Dash. Boom. Being blown away uncontrollably, Hinata's body involuntarily rolled several times on the ground and landed hundreds of meters away. What? Standing up, Hinata looked in the direction of Pain. Blood began to bleed from her mouth, and her face was filled with disbelief. After wiping the blood from the corner of her mouth, Hinata moved her steps and rushed towards Naruto's direction again like an offline bow and arrow. Move quickly. However, just when Hinata was about to arrive in front of Naruto, Pain waved his arm, and a terrifying repulsive force blasted out again. Boom! The terrifying repulsive force instantly blasted Hinata's body away, and then it was constantly rolling on the ground, and the terrifying force caused ferocious cracks to appear on every rolled ground. Hinata. Looking at Hinata, who was blown away, Naruto's face was full of anxiety. Whoosh! Whoosh! He collapsed on the ground. Hinata's breathing became rapid, blood was flowing from his head, and his whole body was in a mess. He couldn't get close to Naruto. We have to think of a way. Standing up, looking at Pain's figure, an idea flashed in Hinata's mind. Drink. In place, Hinata's fists were clenched, her body leaned forward slightly, and her hands were blue. The chakra wrapped around the entire arm, and as the chakra continued to pour out from the body, the chakra at the fist also changed suddenly, and the two blue chakras shaped like lion heads continued to exude terrifying power. Soft step, double lion fist. With a loud shout, Hinata stepped forward, and a huge hole was created on the ground by this terrifying force. Phew! Hinata's body rushed out and arrived in front of Pain in an instant, and then she wrapped her hands around Aim. The blue lion-headed fists were constantly waving towards Pain. The terrifying fists shot out of the air, tearing the atmosphere, and continued to attack Pain at an extremely fierce speed. However, although the speed was fast, but under Pain's eyes were still too slow after all, and then Pain easily dodged Hinata's attacks. Haha! Finally, Hinata found an opportunity and hit Pain hard on the face with a fist. Taking advantage of this, when Pain was lost for a moment, Hinata jumped up and came to Naruto. Then she waved her hands continuously and broke one of the iron rods. When only the last iron rod was left, Pain also reacted. He blasted out with a palm, and the terrifying repulsion instantly blew Hinata away. Her petite body was instantly blasted into the sky, and then fell heavily to the ground. Hinata. Looking at this scene, Naruto's eyes widened, and the expression on his face was extremely angry. Bang! Hinata's body fell heavily to the ground. The terrifying force directly caused the ground to dent, and countless cracks spread all around. Thick dust flew everywhere. On the ground, Hinata's eyes slowly opened and she tried to get up. Bang! She fell heavily to the ground, and the severe pain in her body made the expression on Hinata's face extremely painful. Even though in this way, after several attempts, Hinata stood up staggeringly, and then walked step by step towards Naruto's direction. And this scene fell into the eyes of everyone in the world, and most people's their faces were full of anger and sadness, and some women shed tears involuntarily. They couldn't understand why Hinata could stand up again and again. What was supporting Hinata? Is it just because she liked Naruto? Stop standing up, Hinata. In the world of Conan, looking at Hinata, who was covered in scars and staggering even when walking, Sanako couldn't help but shed tears. On the side, Xylan and others even covered their mouths, with a trace of sadness in their eyes. It's hard to understand that Hinata's petite body can still stand up after being hit so many times. Damn it, you treat Hinata like this. In the fairy tale world, Natsu's face was extremely angry, and the flames on his body burst out involuntarily, and a terrifying power continued to fill the surrounding area. Don't continue, Hinata. Besides, Lucy clenched her fists, her face full of pain. Damn it, Pain, for treating the beautiful Miss Hinata like this. In the world of pirates, Sanji's eyes were filled with angry flames. If Luffy hadn't been intercepted by Zoro, he would have crossed the world to beat Pain. Jaja, ridiculous. A weak woman actually tries to shake a strong man. Blackbeard looked at the scene with disdain on his face. Interesting, what a delightful show. In the moon world, The faces of Hero King Gilgamesh and Koto Mine Kaire showed joyful smiles. Oh, hee, it's so interesting, the weak bugs are always looking forward to shaking the giants. In the world of Dragon Ball, Frieza couldn't help but cover his mouth and laugh wildly. Bullying a weak woman is nothing more than that. In the fantasy world, Emperor Yan in the Endless Fire domain frowned and looked a little angry. Damn it, if he hadn't been a humanoid creature, I would have eaten him. In the 9 heavens and 10 earths, Shihao looked at the scene with an angry face. In the world of Naruto. Don't continue. Hinata. Everyone in the classroom shouted in unison. Pain, I can't forgive you. Hayagahizu's face was filled with anger. Damn it, you actually bullied my future daughter-in-law like this. In the land of death, Kushina had an angry look on her face. If it hadn't been for the fact that she had burped now, I'm afraid she would have rushed out immediately, cut Pain into pieces, and then thrown them into the river to feed the fish. The scene continued to play. Hinata staggered towards Naruto, but stumbled and fell to the ground. Without any hesitation, Hinata climbed up again with difficulty. The expression on her face was extremely determined, even though her eyes were already filled with tears from pain, but the steps didn't stop at all. Stop, Hinata, don't come over. Looking at Hinata's appearance, Naruto, who was nailed to the ground, couldn't bear to close his eyes, with a painful expression on his face. To read Bao's Huang novels, go to Fila Novel Network. Recalling Naruto's past encouragement little by little, Hinata's steps did not stop because of Naruto's words. Finally, a few meters before reaching Naruto, Hinata's body fell heavily to the ground. In the tragic music, Hinata's body climbed up again and climbed towards Naruto with difficulty. I do not understand. Looking at Hinata's actions, a trace of confusion appeared in Pain's eyes. With your little strength, why are you still going against me? Under Pain's questioning, Hinata finally came to Naruto, holding the iron rod that penetrated Naruto's body with both hands. Pain, why fight? I knew I was going to die. Keep your word and keep going. Facing Pain's question, under Naruto's shocked eyes, Hinata showed a smile on her face, because, this is my ninja way. Looking at Hinata with a calm expression, Pain raised his left hand, and Hinata's body flew into the air with a terrifying repulsive force, and then waved his left hand downward. Without the slightest surprise, Hinata's body fell under Naruto's. He fell heavily to the ground in his eyes. Zero request for flowers. Boom. The terrifying power was not leaked at all. Under the huge repulsive force, a huge hole was made on the ground by Hinata's body, and countless dust mists swept out. Spiderweb-like terrifying cracks were all over the ground. He raised the black stick in his right hand, and Pain dropped it hard towards Hinata's body with a calm expression. Puff. The sound of the black rod penetrating Hinata's body could be heard clearly. Damn it, I can't do anything while watching a weak woman sacrifice in front of me. Am I still a human being? In the world of martial arts, Guo Jing clenched his fists with a heavy expression on his face. Brother Jing, don't be like this. Even if you are there, you may not be able to save Hinata. Huang Rong comforted Guo Jing. At this time, their daughter Guo Fu spoke. Dad, I don't think you can beat Hinata. Guo Jing, Huang Rong. Hinata, in the Marvel world, the captain couldn't help shouting. Damn guy, he actually attacks a woman. Besides, Thor's face was filled with anger. This guy Pain is so powerful. In the pirate world, Fire Fist Ace frowned. Damn it, Naruto, what are you doing, on the sea? Wang Luffy couldn't help shouting angrily. Luffy, calm down, Naruto is still pinned to the ground. Besides, Usopp couldn't help but said. Hiss. Why does this scene feel familiar to me? In the world of death, Kurosaki Ichigo took a breath of air with some confusion on his face. This scene seems familiar, I really want to see it somewhere. In Hueco Mundo, Ulquiorra frowned, with a somewhat confused expression on his face. Stupid woman, ignorant of life and death, In the world of Dragon Ball, Vegeta looked at the scene with a calm face. In his eyes, only the jungle of the world can prey on the strong, and weakness is the original sin. It's over, now Naruto's power of 9 tails is about to explode. In the world of Naruto, Jiraiya's expression changed. Interesting, there will be a good show to watch next. In the land of death, a faint smile appeared on Uchiha Madara's face. If he didn't expect it, and was hit by the double impact of despair and anger, the power of the 9 tails in Naruto's body would definitely burst out. It just so happens that my parents were killed by Ukonoha ninjas in front of my eyes. In Naruto's desperate eyes, Pain's faint words came out. It is precisely because of love that sacrifices are derived, hatred is derived, and pain can be known. Looking desperately at Hinata in front of Pain, a ray of red light flashed in Naruto's wide eyes, and then quickly filled his eyes. Yes, know the pain. The words fell. Boom. An extremely powerful chakra erupted instantly with Naruto as the center, and an endless hurricane swept out, causing Sakura and others who were thousands of meters away to be swept away by the aftermath of the hurricane. Countless broken pieces, stone and wood chips were swept up into the sky by the strong wind, and everyone involuntarily stretched out their arms to block their eyes. They saw a crimson light beam penetrating the sky and earth from the center of the battlefield, countless dust mist flying everywhere, and an invisible ripple spreading out from mid-air. That is. Looking at the crimson beam of light in the center, Sakura's pupils shrank. Hate me. Looking at Naruto, who was emitting endless red chakra in front of him, Pain's voice became heavy. Roar. And in response to him, there was only an earth-shattering roar. Taking stock of the people in the world, starting with the fate of the country. Author, Red Lotus. Chapter 54. In the picture, the power of the 9 tails instantly covers Naruto's whole body, red light fills the sky, powerful power spurts out, and an amazing aura sweeps the world. Is it the power of Kyuubi? It seems that because of anger, they echoed each other. Looking at this scene, a look of surprise appeared on Pain's face. Roar. The red light burst, and Naruto's body was covered with red chakra. The 4 tails behind him kept flying, and amazing chakra kept spewing out. On the ground, rocks lost their gravity and vegetation, and leaves flew wildly. A huge stone was instantly blasted towards Pain under the control of 9 tails. Boom. Without hesitation, Pain punched out instantly, knocking out the flying huge stone. Blast to pieces. However, behind the boulder, 9 tails' body instantly appeared in front of him, and then his right hand filled with red chakra blasted out. Bang. Unparalleled power poured out instantly, and the terrifying power directly caused Pain's face became distorted, and his body flew out. In mid-air, Pain's body turned and landed not far away after a few somersaults. However, the 9-tailed Naruto showed no mercy at all, and grabbed the giant arms with his arms. A small mountain-like stone hit Pain's head hard, like a giant hammer hammering a nail, slamming it into the ground. Only half of Pain's head was left exposed on the ground. And looked at the 9-tailed Naruto and said, "Do you hate me?" Bang. Crush the boulder in his hand to pieces. 9 tails didn't respond, but Pain's body rushed out from the ground easily. 2, 3, 3. Can you still say that people can truly understand each other? Rumble. The sky was filled with dark clouds, and streaks of bright lightning flashed across the sky. A more powerful red chakra burst out from the 9-tailed Naruto, and Naruto also appeared. Changes. I saw that on the body of the 9-tailed Naruto, bones grew out piece by piece, and then the bone armor was quickly condensed. 6 tails appeared on the back. A red tone came from the mouth of the 9-tailed Naruto. Spit out. That's it? But, my pain is above yours. Looking at the further transformation of 9 Naruto, the anger on Pain's face also appeared on the paper. Even his face was distorted by anger, and then he punched the ground heavily. Boom. The terrifying force caused the ground to explode. A huge crater was blasted out, white dust mist instantly filled the surrounding area, and endless sea water also spewed out. Superior. Looking at Naruto's position, Pain's footsteps moved, and his body quickly rushed towards Naruto. Phew. Because his legs were running so fast, even Pain's legs were only one line on the screen. The afterimage and the sound of running footsteps were like the rotation of a 10-level electric fan. At the same time, the two huge red arms of the nine-tailed Naruto kept grabbing at Pain. Whoosh! 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 Violent piercing of the air, the sound rang around Pain, and his flexible body kept dodging the Kuwabai's arms. Lying on the ground, Pain stretched out his hands. The next moment. Whoosh! Countless tailed beast bullets emitting bright light continued to shoot towards Pain's position was bombarded away. The terrifying tailed beast bullets were extremely sharp, piercing the atmosphere and exuding unparalleled terrifying power. Bang bang bang. A terrifying repulsive force spurted out from Pain's hand, constantly flicking away the tailed beasts that were attacking crazily. Wow! One after another, the tailed beast bombs continuously bombarded the surrounding water, and each one that fell caused huge waves. To this extent. Bounced all the tailed beast bullets, a look of ridicule appeared on Pain's face. The next moment. Whoosh! Boom! Countless tailed beast bullets in the sky swept through again, and Pain's body was violently blasted away. After rolling around in the water for several times, Pain collapsed on the ground, looking at the nine-tailed Naruto not far away, and said, "It's quite capable." Boom! With the repulsive force in his hand, Pain cut off the trees supporting the boulders around the nine-tailed Naruto. Boom! The huge rocks like giant mountains fell instantly and hit the nine-tailed Naruto heavily. Bang! The nine-tailed Naruto leaned out from the stone, and endless chakra burning like a flame continued to spurt out of his body. The terrifying roar was earth-shattering and resounded through the sky. At this time, the gift given by Tsunade before Naruto's necklace shined brightly, and countless emerald green beams of light continued to spurt out, and then wrapped around the body of the nine-tailed Naruto in an attempt to seal the power of the nine tails. He struggled to take out the necklace from his chest, and the nine-tailed Naruto with his left hand, the man squeezed it and exploded it instantly. In mid-air, countless beams of emerald light instantly dissipated between the sky and the earth. Jumping down from the water, Naruto's body suddenly stepped forward, and continued to move towards Pain's location like a rocket. Rushing, violent sonic booms exploded around him. So fast. Looking at the nine-tailed Naruto who rushed towards him quickly, a solemn expression appeared on Pain's face. The next moment, two huge red chakra wrapped his arms kept hitting Pain, and the powerful force directly knocked Pain away. Shinra Tianzhang. Pain, who was knocked away, clasped his hands together, and the terrifying repulsive force swept out, repelling all the surrounding seawater and flying away, trying to resist these huge red arms. However, the power of the nine tails was so terrifying that it instantly broke through the powerful repulsion, broke into the Shinra Tianzhang, and directly pinched Pain's face. Impossible, he actually withstood it. Stopping Shinra Tenzin. Bounced away the arm of nine-tailed Naruto. Pain looked at the figure of nine-tailed Naruto with a ferocious face, and his heart was filled with disbelief. Boom! The huge red palm tore through the void again, terrifying. The huge force instantly blasted Pain's body thousands of meters, and finally embedded it into the mountain wall. Boom! The terrifying force shook the mountain wall, and countless falling rocks buried Pain's body in it. Raise your head, countless round chakras, one red and one blue, are constantly condensing in the mouth of the nine-tailed Naruto, and a terrifying tailed beast jade has taken shape in his mouth. At the same time, to read Bao's Huang novels, go to Feilu Novel Network. Bang! Pain's body poked out from the ground, and his hands suddenly clapped and made a crisp sound. Everything is attracted by the sky. Buzz. A huge boulder like a hill is moving towards the nine-tailed Naruto under the terrifying gravity. The head fell heavily. Boom. The huge stone slammed the nine-tailed Naruto into the water, and even caused the tailed beast jade in his mouth to explode. Terrifying explosions resounded through the sky, terrifying hurricanes swept out, violent aftermath struck in all directions, and bright light like a small sun shone in all directions. Boom! The deafening sound resounded through the sky, and from a distance, thick and flaming smoke continued to rise toward the sky. Located in the ruins of the village, everyone looked in the distance in disbelief. Returning to the battlefield, several red tails poked out from the ground, and then the body of the nine-tailed Naruto also slowly poked out. The power of the nine tails is truly incredible. Looking at this scene, Pain couldn't help but admire. In mid-air, several red tails wrapped around the boulder on his body, and then the boulder was crushed into countless rubbles by the terrifying power. Humph! Pain sneered. The body moved and flew away towards the distance. Boom! Nine-tailed Naruto rushed into the thick fog and chased Pain quickly. As Pain continued to move, the distance to Konoha village became wider and wider. Far away, located in a tree hole, Pain shook off Nine Tails and hid in the tree hole. He clasped his hands together, and then a black ball of light with a strange aura flew into the sky in his palm. Boom! At the same time, a tailed beast bomb instantly blasted into the tree hole. The violent explosion directly destroyed the tree hole, and Pain's body suddenly jumped and appeared not far away. Bang! Putting his hands together, the half-naked Pain made a faint voice outgoing. Earth explodes and stars explode. In the sky, a small black hole covered the halo of the sun, and the golden light illuminated everything around it. The next second. Boom! On the ground, countless clods of soil broke away from the gravity of the earth and began to fly involuntarily into the sky. With the black hole as the center, flowers, trees, and rocks within a radius of several miles continued to gather together. At the same time, the nine-tailed Naruto also quickly rushed towards Pain's location. With a wave of his left hand, an invisible wave surged from Pain's hand came out, and the body of the nine-tailed Naruto, who was thousands of meters away, suddenly paused, and then was wrapped in countless gravels like a small round boulder. Bang! In the round boulder, a red like the laser-like breath suddenly spurted out and attacked Pain's location. The terrifying breath cut through the void, tore the atmosphere, and exuded an incomparable power. Raising one hand, the terrifying repulsion in Pain's hand swept away. Came out, instantly blasting away the breath and causing the nine-tailed Naruto in the distance to be knocked away. Boom! The knocked-out nine-tailed Naruto was wrapped in countless boulders under the terrifying attraction in the sky. Ha! Ha! A huge roar came from Pain's mouth, and the ferocious face could not help but make people a little intimidated. Put your hands together. Countless huge mountains in all directions turned into rubble and rushed towards the black hole crazily again. Even the nine-tailed Naruto people were also trapped in it. The next moment, a huge round star ball emitting golden light like a small planet was suspended in the void. The terrifying size made it difficult to calculate its mass. And this scene fell into the possession of the heavens. In the eyes of people, it made countless people in the low-level martial arts world panic, and even some of the top beings in the high-level martial arts world couldn't help but look askance at it. What is this? In the world of low-level martial arts, countless people have raised shocking questions. How can it be? A terrifying boulder of this magnitude might be enough to destroy a city in an instant. In the Qin Palace, Yang Zheng couldn't help but his eyes widened, his mouth slightly opened, and his heart couldn't stop beating violently. In the general's mansion, the brothers Meng Tian and Meng Yi stayed where they were, and their whole bodies began to tremble involuntarily. It's not hard to imagine. If this huge and terrifying boulder like a star falls, even the huge city they are in now will probably be destroyed in an instant. Impossible, this power has surpassed humans, In the world of demon slayers, the Uehara demons headed by Animusha Jimusan and countless ghosts feel as if they are under the sun at this moment, and may be killed by the sun at any time. Is this really what human beings can achieve? During the butterfly dance, Tanjiro couldn't help but swallow his saliva. The expression on his face was full of fear. What a terrifying power! If this star falls on the Navy headquarters, I'm afraid all of us will be killed instantly. In the Navy headquarters, Sengoku couldn't help but stood up, his eyes widened, and his whole body felt cold. How scary! Besides, Kizaru's wretched expression has long disappeared, and the fear on his face is clearly visible. What a terrifying power! I'm afraid no one in our world can resist this move. In the world of One Punch Man, Xiao Tatsumaki couldn't help but said in horror. Hey, is it true? Is this move really possible for humans to do? In the Marvel world, Thor couldn't help but widen his eyes. What a terrifying move! This move is probably comparable to heaven-level fighting skills. In the fighting continent, Yao Lao couldn't help but said in horror. In the world of Naruto, everyone in the classroom of Konoha village was shocked and speechless by this scene. How can it be? What ability is this? In the Hokage's office, the Sandaime Hokage couldn't help exclaiming, and the bamboo hat on his head fell to the ground. In the major shadow villages in the ninja world, there are 4 shadow-level experts, down to countless ordinary villagers and ninjas. Everyone looked at the scene in horror. It is not difficult to imagine that if this blow falls, no ninja village will be able to survive. This ability is no longer humanly possible, this is divine power. Haha, this guy Nagato does have something. The land of death. Uchiha Madara smiled faintly. Naruto, Minato and Kushina looked at the scene with anxious expressions on their faces. Taking stock of the people in the world, starting with the fate of the country. Author, Red Lotus. Chapter 55. The scene continues to play, located in a building. It doesn't have to be so big, right? Looking at the huge stars in the sky, Zionan couldn't help but say. The opponent is Kuwabai, so don't be careless, and compared with the moon made by the legendary Sage of Six Paths, this is nothing. Nagato kept breathing heavily while replying, in short, this will complete the capture of Kuwabai. As soon as the conversation came out, the faces of many people in the heavens were extremely shocked. It was hard to imagine that Nagato, who had created such a huge star, looked like this. It was even more shocking that the Sage of Six Paths in their mouths. You know, countless people in the heavens in the world, high-level martial arts worlds can be said to be very rare, and the number of low-level martial arts is countless times that of high-level martial arts. Even people in the high-level martial arts world may not be able to create planets, but there are actually people in the Naruto world who can create one planet. This is so shocking. The immortal of Six Paths actually created the moon. I thought Pain was awesome enough, but I didn't expect there was someone even more awesome. Woohoo, I thought it was poverty that limited my imagination, but I didn't expect that it was the world that limited my imagination. Bravo! My dream was just to become the Pirate King, but I didn't expect that someone could actually create the moon. My dream is to conquer the moon, but I didn't expect that the moon is man-made. However, this king can easily destroy a mere planet. It's just a planet, what are you barking at? In front of us is a sea of stars. Why does the moon matter? 01 Sorry, someone from our mental hospital ran out again. The scene turned, and the angry nine-tailed Naruto turned on the 8 tails, shattering the star into pieces, and countless gravels fell to the ground. In his consciousness, Naruto also lost himself. Under the constant persuasion of the Nine Tails, Naruto even he wanted to lift the seal of the Nine Tails and release the Nine Tails. However, just when Naruto was about to reach out to unlock the seal, the 4th Hokage Namikaze Minato appeared and stopped Naruto. It turned out that Minato had already laid out the ninjutsu, and as long as he reached the 8 tails, he will appear, and then Minato said that he is Naruto's biological father. The father and son met for the first time, and the scene was extremely warm. It seems that the third generation didn't say anything to you. I probably want to hide the information about Kuwabai as much as possible. If you know you are my son, many dangers will befall you. Looking at Naruto's figure, Minato said. Dad. Naruto spoke. The next second. Boom. In Minato's shocked eyes, Naruto punched out hard, hitting Minato in the abdomen. Then Naruto asked with tears in his eyes. Why should the 9 tails be sealed in my son? Thanks to you, I really suffered a lot. Adults all treated me coldly, and it was hard for me to make friends. While waving his arms, Naruto cried to Minato and complained about the grievances he had suffered over the years. So I have been working hard, and I hope everyone can recognize that I have worked hard to practice and become stronger. Then I met Iruka-sensei, Kakashi-sensei, and the lustful Sento. I was happy to be able to become stronger, but because of this, I was targeted by those guys from the Akatsuki organization, so I had to practice harder. Although he finally became stronger, his companions were all harmed by Akatsuki, but I can't tell whether I'm still happy or angry. Looking at Naruto, who was wiping his tears, a smile appeared on Minato's face. Naruto, how old are you? 16 years old. Really, already 16? It seems that he has tried his best to do a lot of painful things. Naruto, I'm sorry. As your son, you have suffered so much. As a father, I have no shame in apologizing to you. It doesn't matter anymore. After all, I am also the son of the 4th Hokage. I can tolerate it. Seeing that Naruto was at a loss, Minato said that he believed that Naruto could defeat the 9 tails, so he sealed the power of the 9 tails in his body, while the other half of the power was in himself. Later, Minato touched Naruto's head. He firmly believed that his child would be able to overcome the difficulties in front of him. In this way, as the chakra was exhausted, Minato slowly dissipated, while Naruto's eyes were determined, and he vowed never to live up to his father's expectations. This scene also made many people in the world feel happy. Countless people shed tears. Some people even missed their parents. A sad and festive atmosphere filled the world. Great, Naruto finally met his father. In the world of Konan, Sanako couldn't help but burst into tears. Xylan on the side also kept wiping the tears from her eyes, and the young detective team also cheered. Ignore, where are you? In the world of fairy tale, Natsu looked at the father and son gathered together, and he couldn't help but think of the dragon father who took care of him when he was a child. Great, they finally meet. In the pirate world, Wang Luffy and his party also cheered happily. Come on Naruto, you can definitely do it. In the moon-shaped world, Shiro Emiya couldn't help but smile when he saw this scene. Once, he was also an orphan. But under the guidance of Kiritsugu Emiya, he also gained a new life. In the world of Naruto. Great, the Yondaime and Naruto meet. Everyone in the classroom couldn't help but cheered, and Naruto on the side was moved to tears. Minato, you finally meet each other, so I don't have to feel too guilty. In the Hokage's office, Sarutobi Hiruzen couldn't help but smile with relief. Great, Naruto. The day when we can meet is not too far away. Looking at the father and son wanting to meet, Kushina's face showed a satisfied smile. Thinking about it, after knowing the truth, Naruto should be able to live a happier life. After that, Naruto entered the Sage mode again, and when Pain saw this, standing up to attack, Naruto grabbed the iron rod with his backhand and used it to sense Pain's body. Then, Naruto launched a spiral shuriken to break through the air, and Pain used the Shinra Tensei to block the move. But the second spiral hand the swords came one after another, and Pain had no time to dodge. To read Bao's Huang novels, go to Filu Novel Network. Unexpectedly, the surrounding stones showed their original shapes one after another, and they turned out to be clones planted by Naruto. In this regard, seeing that the skill time was up, Shinra Tensei was activated again. However, Naruto used the power of his clones to stop his decline, and the figures of Jiraiya and Minato seemed to appear around him. I saw Naruto leaping up, falling from the sky, and the gods descended to earth. Used the unique skill of the King's Supreme Ultimate Ordinary Raise-Non to completely defeat Pain in one fell swoop. At this point, Pain's 6 paths were burned to the ground. After that, Naruto set out to find Pain's body and came to Nagato. At this moment, seeing Nagato's emaciated and pitiful appearance, Naruto could not restrain his anger. He punched forward and was about to kill someone. However, Naruto suddenly remembered Jiraiya's teachings, which brought him back to his senses, and turned to Nagato Konan and asked, "Why do you look like this when you are from the same school?" Looking at Naruto, Nagato asked. He slowly explained everything. After hearing everything about Nagato, Naruto took out Jiraiya's ninjaden and expressed his belief in Jiraiya's belief. When Nagato knew that the person in front of him was Naruto, the protagonist of the novel, he was heartbroken by the past events, and teacher Jiraiya's teachings were also echoing in his ears. At this time, looking at Naruto's eyes that became more determined after experiencing pain, Nagato was deeply shocked. Nagato decided to redeem himself for the harm he had caused to the world. Immediately, Nagato released the heretical reincarnation technique at the cost of his life. I saw that the statue of Yama broke out of the ground, the power of the soul poured down, and all the Konoha Chunin who died at the scene were resurrected. When Nagato was dying, he told Naruto that if it were you, you would definitely be able to implement your teacher's beliefs and bring peace to this world. After a long time, Zionan took the corpses of Nagato and Yahiko and turned into paper. She also hoped that celebrities could bring flowers that never fade to the world. Naruto visited Jiraiya with flowers, and then the celebrity returned to Konoha with Kakashi's back. Unexpectedly, everyone in Konoha is waiting to return with Naruto. Once upon a time, Naruto, who was naughty and scorned by others, has finally been recognized by everyone. Great, Naruto. Woo 577 woohoo, rem rem. You used to look down on Naruto, but now you still lick him. Sarutobi Hiruzen, old bastard, have you seen it? The heretical art of reincarnation is simply a bug. Damn it, Naruto's hands and mouth are so evasive that I call him 666. Nagato is so pitiful. It's all Danzo's fault. Damn Danzo, come out quickly and die. The good-for-nothing Nagato actually did such a stupid thing. As a fellow villain, I despise you. No, he doesn't deserve to be a villain. He is such a beast. Danzo, I think you need to give me an explanation. Between thousand hands. In the world of Naruto, everyone in the classroom couldn't help but cheer, and some people even lifted Naruto up from the ground and threw him high into the air. The scene was joyful for a time. As an ending, this is so gratifying. Sure enough, you are indeed Minato's son. I think you will be able to lead Konoha to a better place in the future. In the office, Sarutobi Hiruzen looked at the scene with a faint smile on his face. If nothing else happens, tomorrow he will announce Naruto as the next generation Hokage heir. And no one will refuse it. On the other side, Danzo's expression changed, and his whole body began to shake violently, and his eyes were filled with anger. F***ck. He actually exposed me. Damn Nagato. The faces of the group of people in the Akatsuki organization were very weird. Well, now it's better, Nagato is dead too. Do we still want to catch tailed beasts? Looking at the scene where everyone in Konoha was happy, Deidara couldn't help but ask. We need to make a new plan now, let's watch the video first and then discuss it. Glancing at Deidara, Nagato's faint voice came out, I don't know whether he was happy or sad. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Taking stock of the people in the world, starting with the fate of the country. Author, Red Lotus. Chapter 56. The picture continued to play, and countless pictures emerged one after another, concisely and quickly. In order to deal with the Akatsuki organization, the 5 major ninja villages decided to form a joint army. At the 5 Shadows meeting, Fei told his plan, but was rejected by the 5 Shadows. Afterwards, Sakura expressed that she liked Naruto and hoped that Naruto would give up on the agreement to bring Sasuke back. However, Naruto saw through the lie, so Sakura took Sai and others to find Sasuke. Sure enough, Sakura is a bitch. In the world of Conan, Sanako couldn't help complaining. On the other side, in order to hunt down the 8 tails, Kisame took action, but was stopped by the Raikage, who came and was defeated by the 2 brothers. Sasuke also found Danzo, and after a series of efforts, Sasuke and Fei finally killed Danzo. Finally, Sakura found Naruto and said that she would follow Sasuke and leave Konoha. However, Sasuke backhanded Raikiri and tried to kill Xiao Sakura. Sakura, however, was stopped by Kakashi. Later, Sakura found a chance again, but failed to kill Sasuke. Upon seeing this, Sasuke became murderous again and tried to kill Sakura, but blood spattered, and Naruto flashed to save the little girl. Cherry. Why did Sasuke kill Sakura and Sakura still insisted on getting Sasuke back? Isn't this a shame? In the world of pirates, Nami's face was full of doubts. After that, Fei left with Sasuke and transplanted Itake's eyes for Sasuke. Kabuto and Fei also successfully joined forces, and the Ninja Alliance was also ready for war. After that, Naruto, with the help of Kibara and his mother Kushina, Naruto successfully extracted the Nine-Tails chakra and transformed into the Nine-Tails mode. So strong, this kind of power far exceeds the immortal mode. Jiraiya looked at Naruto's Nine-Tails mode and couldn't help but sigh. Kaihuang also met Kisame, and the two had a battle. Kaihuang successfully defeated Kisame, and Kisame also committed suicide. Sure enough, there are physical masters in other worlds. In the world of One Punch Man, the S-class hero Jinga couldn't help but admired. On the other side, Uchiha Obito also captured Nagato's Rinnegan and killed Konan, while Baize used the heretic golem to create 100,000 troops. The 4th Ninja War begins. It's really scary that there is such a huge team. In the world of Naruto, the 5 Shadows scalps were numb looking at this scene, and they couldn't help but take a breath. After experiencing a series of battles, Naruto and Kiribi also joined the battle. Naruto and Kiribi, who joined the battle, encountered the resurrected Itachi and Nagato. Under Itachi's subordinates, Itachi got rid of control and teamed up with Naruto to seal Nagato. After the war, Itachi said that he was going to find Sasuke, while Naruto encountered Thunder, Shadow, and finally Naruto also defeated the Raikage. What a powerful fighting talent, but he actually took advantage of others. In the pirate world, looking at the scene of Naruto defeating Raikage, the red-haired man couldn't help but sigh. On the other side, Kabuto used the dirt to reincarnate and resurrected Uchiha Madara. Seeing Madara's true form, everyone was shocked and even more confused. What is ABI's identity? Kabuto expressed that he wanted to see Madara's strength, and Madara said yes, and then flew directly into the arena. Countless ninja armies were crushed like ants at will in front of Madara. Blocking the god will kill the Buddha, blocking the Buddha will kill the Buddha. Madara grabbed one of them and asked in a low voice, "Do you also want to dance?" Before everyone could understand the meaning of these words, Madara formed a seal with his hands and summoned Susanoo. The huge Susanoo was terrifying and exuded an astonishing power. In the eyes of countless people, Madara, and behind him Susanoo formed a seal with his hands, and terrifying chakra burst out instantly, and an invisible sense of oppression instantly filled the entire battlefield. The next moment, in the sky, a terrifying star with a diameter of dozens of miles suddenly descended. Bang dang! Looking at the terrifying stars in the sky, the weapons in the hands of countless ninja coalition fell to the ground, their eyes widened, their whole bodies trembled involuntarily, and their faces showed despair. Ha ha, bastard! How can it be? What exactly is this? Our strength is not in the same dimension. The power of God. Meteorite, how come? Is this a ninjutsu? There's no way to escape. As the stars in the sky continued to fall, countless ninja coalition troops murmured in fear. It's not over yet, what are you talking about, to say in frustration? Are you planning to throw away your life in vain? Find a way to do your best. Looking at the desperate coalition forces around him, Tsuchikage couldn't help but say with a solemn expression. After finishing his words, Tsuchikage's body rose into the sky, and then he held up the terrifying meteorite with both hands. Earth escape, super light and heavy rock technique. With an angry shout, terrifying chakra continued to spurt out from the Tsuchikage's body. At the same time, the terrifying meteorite's weight continued to decrease, and its falling speed became slower and slower. Drink. Ground, Gaara controlling the huge sand and earth shadow to share the weight, trying to hold up the huge meteorite. Finally, the meteorite slowly stopped. That kid has become more capable in 2 days. Looking at the two people who were resisting the meteorite, Madara's faint voice came out. Very good. Stopped. To read Bao's Huang novels, go to Fila Novel Network. Looking at the blocked meteorites in the sky, countless ninja coalition forces couldn't help but breathe a sigh of relief, and a touch of joy appeared on their faces. Well, what can you do about the second one, Onoki? Looking at the surprised people, Madara's face was extremely calm. At the same time, boom! Another terrifying sky star of the same size fell, and its terrifying size instantly blasted away the white clouds that filled the sky, with a violent sound. The explosion exploded instantly. Bang! The huge meteorite hit the original meteorite again. The terrifying force directly made the soil shadow's eyes white, and the original meteorite quickly shattered. Boom! The meteorite hit hard without any surprise. When they reached the ground, the terrifying intensity caused the ground within a radius of hundreds of miles to begin to shake violently. Countless spider web-like cracks spread all over the ground, and terrifying hurricanes swept out. As soon as the scene appeared, countless low martial worlds in the world fell into out of fear, even many strong men in the major martial arts worlds who used to be dormant in the dark now have huge waves in their hearts. Countless people just feel that they are on the same spot at this moment, and the terrifying stars suddenly fall, and they are about to, as if being destroyed by the terrifying star. I felt a kind of fear that can only be experienced between life and death. Is this still a ninjutsu? This is a miracle. In the world of low martial arts, countless people show fear. How is it possible? What kind of move is this? It's actually possible to summon 2 such huge meteorites at once. In the kingdom of Wano, Kaido of the 100 Beasts suddenly stood up from his seat and roared in horror, completely ignoring his appearance in front of his subordinates. Below, the 3 disasters, Yamato and others were full of disbelief. Even Yan Liangjin couldn't help but change his expression. Who is this Uchiha Madara? Countless people among the other 4 emperors stood up and looked at the scene with horrified expressions. It is not difficult to imagine that if 2 such terrifying meteorites fell where they were, they would probably destroy everything in an instant. All living beings were destroyed. In all the worlds, many peak beings who had watched the previous inventory videos without changing their expressions were all shocked at this moment, feeling a sense of fear that they had never experienced before. He couldn't survive. If he was hit by 2 huge meteorites, there would be no chance of survival at all. In the world of demon slayers, the upper string demons led by Anime Tsujimusen were shocked and lost their minds. For the first time in their lives, the demons had a demon that even if they were immortal, they would still be killed easily. What a powerful force! Uchiha Madara's strength has surpassed the captain level and reached the level of Aizen. In the world of death, the captains of Gotei's 13th division all looked solemn. Only Old Man Yamamoto and Retsuya Nanahana looked calm, while Kenpei Kazaraki was extremely excited. In the world of One Punch Man, heroes, the major S-class heroes at the association headquarters all stood up with horrified faces, and some weak management staff nearby collapsed to the ground, unable to move. In the Marvel movie world, many superheroes headed by Thor the hero looked shocked. Iron Man Tony was the armor's independent protector, feeling the danger he had never experienced before. In the world of Naruto, the famous strong men in the ninja world almost stopped flowing chakra at this moment, and were two huge meteorites suppressed them instantly. The shadow level experts from all the major shadow villages were even more frightened. They felt unprecedented fear towards the legendary ninja Uchiha Madara. In the Hokage classroom, Naruto and Sasuke were dumbfounded. Seeing their rapid improvement in strength, they felt that they had already caught up with the first echelon of the ninja world. Only Madara Uchiha, who appeared now, instantly wiped out their confidence. Haha, that's interesting. Have you seen how powerful I am, you ants? In the land of death, Uchiha Madara couldn't help but look up to the sky and laugh wildly. This scene must be enough to shock countless worlds in the eyes of the heavens, and Uchiha Madara's name will also spread throughout the heavens and worlds, becoming a unique figure in the ninja world. Exist. This guy Madara is still so terrifying. On the other side, Senju Hashirama looked at the scene and couldn't help but sigh. Why do I think you are showing off? And I have proof. Wasn't Madara Uchiha stronger back then? No, I'm still defeated by you. Life. Besides, Senju Tobirama couldn't help but speak. Recently, he also learned a lot of new words in the barrage, and he just happened to use them at this moment. In the Dragon Ball world, Frieza grinned, with a smile on his face. His expression was full of disdain, but even so, it's just a meteorite, and it can only act tyrannically in a weak world. In the world of Saint Seiya, Virgo Shaka opened his eyes, took a casual glance and then closed his eyes again. In the fantasy world, countless great powers have calm expressions, as if the two huge and terrifying stars are one. Just a grain of sand. Taking stock of the people in the world, starting with the fate of the country. Author, Red Lotus. Chapter 57. As soon as the camera turned, just as Madara was trying to kill the Tsuchikage and others, several other five shadows appeared and saved everyone. Naruto and Kiribi met Afei and the other six Jinchuriki, and then Kakashi and Kai came to help. With the help of the five tails, Naruto finally got the help of the 9 tails. I saw one person and one fox, fists facing each other, smiling faces. Come on, 9 speakers. In the sound of super burning music, Naruto transformed into 9 tails mode. His golden coat was extremely bright, and the terrifying power filled the surrounding area. I would actually join forces with this guy. In the world of Naruto, the sealed 9 tails in Naruto's body was extremely shocked at the moment. He couldn't believe that he would become a partner with Naruto, a brat, in the future, and they were so close. Does his future self have cerebral palsy? Naruto, you really succeeded. In the belly of the corpse, Minato smiled. On the other side, Sasuke and Itachi teamed up to take down Kabuto, and Sasuke also saw Itachi's sad experience. No matter what you become in the future, I will always love you. Before dissipating, Itachi caressed Sasuke and said this. After that, Sasuke summoned Orochimaru, and with the help of Orochimaru, he reincarnated the past Hokages. Itachi, is this the truth of the matter? I see. In the classroom, looking at Itachi's experience, Sasuke's face showed a touch of relief. Then Sasuke was determined to become stronger and kill Danzo. On the other side, Danzo's face turned blue and purple as he watched this scene. A murderous intention emerged in his heart. He must kill Sasuke before he becomes stronger, otherwise Sasuke will never let him go in the future. The scene turned, Madara defeated the five shadows, and joined Obito at together. Afterwards, Obito successfully summoned the Ten Tails, and the ninja coalition also rushed to the battlefield. However, in order to protect Naruto, Ninji died under the attack of the Ten Tails. Encouraged by Hinata, Naruto once again regaining confidence, he then distributed the Nine Tails chakra to everyone. Under the siege of Ninja Alliance 033, the Ten Tails went berserk and launched the ultimate killing move. The sky has changed. As a voice came out, endless chakras spewed out with the Ten Tails as the center point, and the terrifying hurricane continued to sweep everything around. The mountains and rivers began to roar, the earth began to tremble, and the sky changed color. Countless thunder tornadoes swept through everything hundreds of miles around, as if they were destroying the world and the end of the world. How is it possible that a mere ferocious beast could produce such a terrifying scene? In the world of death, Aizen's eyes couldn't help but shrink, and his face became a little solemn. This kind of power can no longer be resisted by humans. Can Naruto and the others really defeat them? In the pirate world, the four emperors were all shocked, and even began to doubt whether Naruto could obtain it. Back to the scene, under Naruto's full protection, the coalition forces did not suffer too many casualties, but Naruto's power also it was exhausted. On the opposite side, the Ten Tails spit out a huge flower, and then a blood ball-tailed beast jade was condensed. The terrifying blood ball-tailed beast jade penetrated countless earth escape defenses, and was about to wipe out the coalition forces. At the critical moment, as soon as the red light disappeared, the tailed beast jade disappeared out of thin air, with a yellow flash, Namikaze Minato, and the battle was coming. On the other side, the blood ball-tailed beast jade appeared on the sea, and its terrifying power even affected the coalition forces far away from the station. Afterwards, the previous Hokage also appeared one after another. Seeing this, Madara excitedly shouted, with the first release, I've been waiting for you for a long time, Hassie Hot Mom. The first generation also said, I'll see you later. Subsequently, under the encirclement and suppression of the allied forces such as the Hokages of the past and Sasuke Naruto, the Ten Tails suffered heavy losses. Kakashi and Obito in the Kamui space decided the winner, and Obito returned to the real world, while Madara tried to control Obito resurrected himself, and finally Obito activated his secret technique and became, Abeb, the second Ten Tails Jinchuriki in history. Obito's strength as the Ten Tails Jinchuriki was incomparable. Even if all the previous Hokage teamed up with others, they were still no match for Obito. And then Obito evolved into a perfect Jinchuriki. What a terrifying power! I'm afraid even if I fuse with Bengaiwa, I may not be able to defeat him. In the Shinigami world, Aizen looked at the terrifying power emanating from Obito, his eyes filled with solemnity. The 10 blades under his command felt a terrifying sense of oppression, and even the unruly Grimmjow everyone looked frightened. On the other side, Uchiha Madara faced Senju Tobirama again. Susanoo and Ancient Bokuto shocked the ninja coalition present and bluntly said that they could not intervene. Returning to the main battlefield, Naruto joining hands with Sasuke and others, they began to continuously attack Obito, and Obito's yin-yang escape can resist ninjutsu, but fortunately cannot restrain senjutsu. The injured Obito summoned a towering tree, and controlled the tree to launch for the blood ball-tailed beast. Tama also activated the 6 red yang formation with the intention of annihilating everyone within the barrier. At this moment, the coalition forces were panicked, and Naruto stretched out his fist towards his father. Just as the two fisted to help, the yin-yang nine tails once again meeting. For a moment, the father and son had the same power, and the yin and yang nine tails were compatible with each other. Looking at Naruto's resolute face, Minato's eyes were filled with tears. Then the two of them worked together to activate the full body of the nine tails, and saw red chakra. It spurted out from the coalition forces. At the same time, the tailed beast jade also exploded completely, and the red energy value broke through the sky, tearing the sky apart. After the smoke cleared, the coalition forces were unscathed. It turned out that they were all flying thunder god passes outside the barrier. Well done, in all the worlds, looking at the father and son who joined forces to save everyone, countless people cheered, and some even shed tears. At this moment, they only felt that the scene was very touching, even if they had not been with their father since childhood. Ming people are still so strong, and the fourth generation did not live up to Naruto's expectations, and has been silently guarding Naruto. Afterwards, Obito summoned the sacred tree to try to open the infinite moon reading, and everyone on the other side also woke up and struggled trying to cut off the sacred tree. In the process of cutting off the sacred tree, Obito tried to stop Naruto and others, but was dragged out of the tailed beast's power by Naruto and his group, and even escaped from the gods in Naruto's mouth. He made up his mind to release the art of reincarnation and save hundreds of millions of dead creatures. However, at this moment, a black hand came out of the ground, and it turned out to be Black Zetsu. The black hand was seen grabbing at the heart, and the black face possessed Obito. Being controlled by Black Zetsu then controlled Obito to release the art of reincarnation, accompanied by dazzling white light and a strong heartbeat. Uchiha Madara was resurrected and reborn. Later, Madara stated that he had obtained the power of yin and yang recorded in the stone tablet, and he will wantonly create all kinds of things, and he will dominate the 3,000 worlds, billions of creatures, 8 wastelands and 9 unions, and the 3 realms and 9 heavens. To read Bao's Huang novels, go to Fila Novel Network. Ha ha ha, as expected, I was resurrected, in the land of death, Uchiha Madara laughed wildly. However, after a moment, he began to feel that something was wrong. Oh my god, all my plans were exposed. Everyone in the Akatsuki organization looked at each other, and for a moment, there was something strange, speechless. Except for a few people present who knew that Afe was extraordinary, the rest thought that Afe was weak, and Deidara had been taking care of Afe. However, they were shocked to discover at this moment that it turned out that the deepest hidden among them was Afe. And Afe's masked face on the side was also full of horror. He couldn't accept it, and after working hard to the end, he was just a pawn of Uchiha Madara, and they were just constantly using him. Back to the picture, Madara made a surprise attack with the seals on his hands, knocking Naruto-sai away one after another, and even pinched the throat of the first generation to absorb the magic in his body. After that, the tailed beasts and Naruto Sasuke joined forces to attack Madara, and Madara, with the help of Black Zetsu, transplanted Nagato's Rinnegan eye and formed a seal to summon the outer demon. For a moment, all the tailed beasts were blocked by the nebula chain, and the 9 tailed beasts were all absorbed by the outer demon. His body and life were in danger. In order to stop Madara, Sasuke was stabbed in the chest with a knife, and his life and death were unknown. In order to save Naruto, Gaara took Naruto and Sakura to find the 4th generation, and Sakura continued to use mouth to rescue. Finally, the 3 of Naruto came to the 4th generation. Seeing this, the 4th generation used a magic seal to transmit the power of the 9 tails to Naruto. However, Black Zetsu activated a clone to absorb the 9 tails transmitted by the 4th generation. The power. On the other side, Uchiha Madara also completed the absorption of the 10 tails and became the 3rd 10 tails Jinchuriki in history. Then he came to Obito and tried to take away Obito's Samsara eye. Obito, on the other hand, pretended to surrender, but actually attacked Madara secretly, absorbed the power in his body and condensed the path-seeking jade again, and also took out part of the tailed beast's power and sent it to the Kamui space to rescue Naruto. Let me go, it's a plan within a plan. I thought Obito was the mastermind behind this, but to my surprise, it was Madara Uchiha. But fortunately, Obito is not an ordinary person. He pretends to surrender and is secretly plotting against Chen Kang. I feel like this fourth ninja war is actually just an internal fight in Konoha village. It has nothing to do with other villages. What the man above said makes sense. Stop talking, the ninjas from the other 4 villages have already cried themselves to death in the toilet. I was laughing so hard, I suddenly discovered that Nezu and Zo were actually genin of Konoha village. Shock. The 2 strongest ninjas in Konoha village are actually 2 genin. Apart from anything else, I just want to know whether Naruto will marry Sakura or Hinata in the future. That must be Hinata. But Sakura kissed Naruto so many times, I wonder if her future husband would mind. Ha ha ha, I was laughing so hard. Now this video is being played all over the world. I suddenly don't care about the result. Where is Sakura? I want to interview her. In the world of Naruto. In the classroom of Konoha Ninja School, everyone looked at the scene where Sakura rescued Naruto, and couldn't help but look at the 2 people ambiguously. Naruto lowered his face in shame at this moment, while Xiao Xiao beside him Sakura's face was earthy. Although Naruto was indeed quite good, Sakura still liked Sasuke in her heart. Although she was trying to save Naruto at this moment, she didn't know what Sasuke would think when he saw this scene. Sakura secretly, after taking a careful look at Sasuke, she found that the latter's face was very calm, but she didn't know whether she should be happy or sad. It was obvious that Sasuke didn't care, but this just meant that Sasuke had no feelings for her. In the back of the classroom, Hinata's face turned red and she felt a little melancholy as she watched Sakura keep saving Naruto with her mouth. You must know that Naruto has always liked Sakura, and this time in order to save Naruto, Sakura even had sex with Naruto in the eyes of all the worlds, so does she still have hope? Taking stock of the people in the world, starting with the fate of the country. Author, Red Lotus. Chapter 58. The scene continued to play. Madara launched the Seeking Jade to attack Kakashi, and suddenly, an explosion broke out. Smoke filled the air. When the smoke cleared, Kakashi was found safe and sound. It turned out that the person who saved Kakashi was Metkai. Since Madara is immune to ninjutsu, Kakashi cannot harm him, and the Yondaime also has both arms broken at this moment, unable to fight the enemy. So Akai jumped up high and faced Uchiha Madara alone. The 7th surprising door, open. I saw that Metkai put his hands together, and the clear voice spread quickly. The words fell. Boom. A burst of blue chakra instantly exploded with Metkai as the center point, and the terrifying chakra swept across instantly. When it came out, the earth cracked, countless rubbles flew up in all directions, and the terrifying hurricane raged endlessly. In everyone's shocked eyes, powerful chakras spurted out. Konoha's the blue beast suddenly arrives. 8 gates of Dungia, the gate before the gate of death? It's not red steam. I'm really looked down upon. Raising his hand to block the terrifying storm of Metkai's chakra, Madara's face was a little displeased. The next moment. Phew. Metkai's body suddenly appeared in front of him, and the fist in his hand went full force without warning. Boom. 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 A series of terrifying fists tore through the atmosphere, and violent sonic explosions sounded. Looking at the countless fists in front of him, Madara was a little at a loss, and he was overwhelmed and kept dodging Metkai's attacks. Day Tiger. The unyielding voice of Metkai suddenly came out and resounded through the sky. Boom. A devastating and dazzling white light blasted out in response. The terrifying force tore through the atmosphere so fiercely that it instantly blasted Madara's body in and out. After the explosion, Kai was panting like an ox and collapsed to the ground. However, despite being subjected to such a terrifying force, Madara was still unscathed and even attacked Metkai with a backhand. Phew. A black Seeking Jade blasted out instantly. Boom. The terrifying power caused the ground to tremble, countless gravels flew everywhere, and a huge pothole appeared in place. Fortunately, Xiao Li arrived in time and saved Metkai at the critical moment. The blue beast of Konoha has disappeared, and the time has come to transform into a red beast. Facing the extremely powerful Uchiha Madara, Metkai said with his back to everyone. After finishing his words, Metkai rushed towards Madara with all his strength and ignited the death gate in his body. Every step he took made a dent in the ground. In the next huge pit, the aura on his body began to become more and more intense. At this moment, Metkai's chakra flowed to the death door of the heart, and even the blood evaporated, forming red steam all over the body. Open, the 8-door armor formation. The voice of Metkai came out, and the terrifying red steam on his body was so powerful that even the void couldn't help but twist. An unprecedented terrifying power instantly filled the air and enveloped all directions. I will turn into the nutrients for new green leaves. When the green leaves sprout and new life comes, it will be the climax of youth and the hottest burning moment. Immediately, Metkai stepped forward, and the terrifying power exploded instantly, causing the ground to crack continuously, and his body soared into the sky. 1 foot. Metkai punched out, and a terrifying white air column tore through the atmosphere and blasted towards Uchiha Madara in an instant. Boom! Raising the black stick in his hand, Uchiha Madara struggled to resist this terrifying white air column. Drink! Metkai shouted angrily, and the power in his hand poured out, instantly suppressing Madara Uchiha and slamming him to the ground. The terrifying force made the earth shake. Such a terrifying attack, even Uchiha Habara couldn't bear it, but Metkai still didn't stop at all. As soon as his body moved, terrifying red steam entangled his body, and the endless sense of terrifying oppression made everyone watching the battle frightened. Open the 8 doors. Metkai was under great pressure, the bones in his body were constantly breaking, and the severe pain all over his body was beyond the limit of human endurance. But with his strong will, Metkai endured the pain and attacked again, breaking through the limit at a speed that even Madara can't react to. 1 foot. Without the slightest hesitation, Metkai punched out, and the terrifying white giant air column blasted towards Uchiha Madara. The unparalleled power broke through the void and tore the atmosphere. With the fiery BGM, Metkai kept swinging every time the fist is punched. It will change its position and blast out a terrifying air column. Boom! The terrifying white air pillars continue to tear the atmosphere and bombard Uchiha Madara's body. The terrifying power makes Madara's face and the body is twisted involuntarily. Woozioo! In mid-air, Metkai's body rushed towards Madara's direction. The terrifying power in his hands continued to condense, causing Madara's face to change slightly. No matter what happens, just go for it, Kai. On the ground, looking at the attacking Metkai, Minato's voice instantly reached Kai's ears. Come yet. Looking at Metkai who was rushing towards him, Madara's expression changed. He was surrounded by black material. The 5 Taoist jades suspended in the air shattered the void and rushed towards Kai's direction with terrifying power. At the same time, Xiao Li on the ground suddenly threw the kunao full of spells in his hand, and arrived in front of Kai who was about to arrive. The next moment, Minato's figure appeared in front of Kai. In the position of Wu, he blocked all the 5 seeking jade and disappeared again. On the ground, Gaara cooperated with Kakashi to use his divine power to expose Madara's body from the black substance. In just a moment, everyone's cooperation it was perfect, and Metkai waved his terrifying fist and hit Uchiha Madara unstoppably. Boom! Without the slightest surprise, the terrifying punch poured into Madara's body without any reservation. The terrifying power made Madara's face look ferocious, and he couldn't help but spit out a mouthful of blood. Boom! The terrifying huge force drove Madara's body to the ground, constantly hitting the ground. A terrifying impact mark was thousands of meters long, countless dust mist flew up, and the earth began to tremble violently. Debris flew everywhere. After the smoke cleared, Madara relied on the abnormal defense of the Ten-Tails Jinchuriki to stand up again, and even laughed at Kai. To read Bao's Huang novels, go to Filu Novel Network. At this time, Kai knew that continuous Xixiang attacks could not completely defeat the opponent, so Kai decided to use his life to launch the final trick. With his hands on the ground, Kai's body continued to erupt with terrifying chakra, and the red steam erupting from his body became violent in an instant. Boom! The terrifying power directly created a huge hole in the depression on the ground, countless gravels suddenly turned into powder, and endless hurricanes continued to erupt from his body. Terrifying red chakra continuously spurted out from Kai's body. Countless magma-like lines covered Kai's body. A pair of eyes exuding endless oppression stared in Madara's direction. The terrifying red chakra outside the body suddenly transformed into the head of a terrifying giant ferocious beast. The dragon-like head bloomed with penetrating power, and a pair of giant yellow eyes contained endless power. Roar! The huge dragon head formed by the huge chakra is extremely terrifying. An earth-shattering roar comes from its mouth. Unparalleled power can be clearly felt from its body. Endless terrifying hurricanes continue to sweep out, even the heaven and earth are shaken. His expression changed, the earth trembled, and even the surrounding space couldn't bear this terrifying force and began to distort violently. Such chakra, I approve of you. Looking at Kai, who was constantly emitting red chakra, Madara waved the black stick in his hand and said with excitement on his face, in terms of physical skills, among the people I have fought against, no one is better than you. I, Madara, would like to call you the strongest. Yo! With an angry shout, Kai stepped on the spot and rushed towards Uchiha Madara like thunder. The giant dragon formed by the terrifying red chakra outside his body continued to destroy everything around him. The unrivaled power tore apart the atmosphere. Roar! What, space is distorted? Looking at the red dragon making a huge roar and the space in his hands that was distorted by the terrifying power, Uchiha Madara's expression changed. At the same time, Uchiha Madara's expression changed. Yakai! Kai's body jumped up, and the red dragon soared into the sky. The unparalleled terrifying power tore apart the space mercilessly. In Madara's frightened eyes, Kai with unparalleled power Kai suddenly appeared in front of him quickly, and terrifying power rose into the sky. Zero asking for flowers. Without the slightest hesitation, Kai's kick poured out without any reservation. Poof! At the moment of being bombarded he couldn't help vomiting blood, and then his body continued to hit the ground under the impact of the red dragon. Violent sonic booms exploded around him. The unparalleled force directly caused Madara's chest and Kai to explode. The bones of his right leg were directly shattered. Boom! The hundreds of meters long giant dragon continuously tore the earth and cut through the void. After leaping thousands of meters, it finally reached the sacred tree. The unparalleled power instantly caused the earth to begin to shake, the space became distorted, and the tree began to shake violently. Looking from a distance, countless dust mists were constantly spewing out from under the sacred tree, and the earth began to shake violently. As soon as this kick came out, the scalps of countless spectators in the world instantly became numb, their faces changed drastically, and their whole bodies began to tremble involuntarily. What kind of monster is this? This can't be human. This terrifying red chakra alone is enough to kill us easily. Not to mention such a terrifying kick, in the world of Demon Slayer, Heishimo, one of the top strings, couldn't help but exclaimed. No, it's impossible, human power can actually reach this point. In the world of death, Toshiro Hitsugaya's expression changed drastically, and his whole body began to tremble involuntarily. If such a terrifying kick fell on him, he would probably be wiped out in an instant. What kind of power is this? Can human beings really possess such terrifying power? In the world of pirates, Kaido's expression changed drastically. See it? This is youth, This is blood. I would like to call Metkai the strongest in physical skills in the world. In the world of One Punch Man, the S-class hero Yinja shouted loudly with veins all over his body. In the world of Naruto, everyone in Yejon couldn't help but exclaimed. They didn't expect the power of Metkai. Arrived. Unexpectedly, it turns out that in their village, the strongest person is Metkai. Beside Kai, Kakashi looked at Metkai with a shocked expression, and couldn't help but think of what his father said before. The thick eyebrow teacher is so strong. In the classroom, Naruto couldn't help but froze, and the friends beside him were also stunned. They were already extremely shocked by the strength of Naruto and Sasuke in the picture, but Kai's kick directly shocked their minds. It is not difficult to predict that if Sasuke and Naruto from before in the picture had suffered this kick, they would probably be dead. Everyone in the other ninja villages looked at the scene in horror, and some people even couldn't help but he collapsed on the ground. No one could have imagined that a Jonin from Konoha ninja village could have such terrifying power. He was already at the top of the ninja world when he was only at the 7th gate. As soon as the 8th gate opened, I'm afraid no one in the current ninja world can withstand Kai's kick. No matter what, you can't provoke Metkai. Back to the scene, the smoke dissipated, the charred Metkai was dying, and Madara half of his body was destroyed, and he almost died on the spot. However, Madara gradually recovered with the power of the 10 tails, and even launched the Seeking Jade, intending to destroy his biggest enemy, Metkai. Phew! The extremely dark Seeking Jade instantly cut through the void, tore through the atmosphere and rushed toward Metkai with great fierceness. At the same time, just when the Chiudeo Jade was about to arrive at Metkai's body. Boom! With a kick, Naruto's figure appeared in Metkai's body. In front of him, the terrifying huge force directly caused the Seeking Jade to fly back, almost smashing Madara to death. Kyudayu was kicked away. Looking at the position of Metkai, Madara's face was filled with disbelief. Ignoring Madara, Naruto leaned down and gently placed his palm on Kai's heart, lighting up Metkai's, and Madara was puzzled by Naruto's resurrection, and was even more surprised by Naruto's rapid improvement in strength. It turned out that at the moment when Kai and Madara were fighting, Naruto and Sasuke saw the Sage of Six Paths in their respective consciousnesses, and the Sage of Six Paths also gave the power of Yin and Yang to Naruto and Sasuke. After that, Naruto and Sasuke both opened their eyes, and the sun and moon marks also appeared in their palms. 1000. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Taking stock of the people in the world, starting with the fate of the country. Author, Red Lotus. Chapter 59. In the battlefield, Naruto turned on the Sage mode and hit Madara hard with a punch. Then Naruto used the power of the 4 tails to release the molten spiral shuriken. The ball of magma expands infinitely, and you can feel the horror in it through the screen. Not only is Madara unable to dodge this fatal attack, but the powerful force even cuts the sacred tree in half. At this moment, the seriously injured Madara heard a voice, absorbing the sacred tree. Under the guidance of the voice, Madara began to absorb the sacred tree, and all the giant trees that covered the sky entered Madara's body. Then Madara regained his strength and faced Naruto again. Naruto turned on the Six Paths mode, and the path-seeking Jade slowly appeared. At the same time, Sasuke also came to Naruto's side, and his left eye suddenly turned into the 6 Mega Tamarinnegan. Subsequently, Madara took the lead in launching the 813 attack, followed by the immortal Yin Dun Thunder Pai and the Lan Dun Light Fang, and Naruto was overwhelmed with the terrifying moves. Then, the negative attack from the Rinbana prison appeared again, knocking Naruto away in one fell swoop. Seeing this, Sasuke activated his Rinnegan, only to realize that there was an invisible figure in front of Madara. During the fierce battle, Naruto used the power of Shikaku Seal to activate the magnetic rays Nan, and Sasuke also used the power of 6 Paths to condense the Black Chidori. Under Sasuke's ability, two terrifying moves directly hit Madara. In desperation, Madara escaped at the cost of his shadow being sealed. It turns out that the reincarnation eye that calls the shots has the ability to swap positions, the power of the heavenly hand. Immediately, Madara knew he was outmatched and fled, even grabbing Kakashi's Sharingan on the way. At the same time, Obito from Kamui space asked Sakura to blind her Samsara eye, but when Sakura hesitated, Madara suddenly broke in and attacked Sakura. At the critical moment, Obito activated the space ninjutsu to save Sakura, but he himself was caught by Madara, and then he was taken away from the reincarnation eye. On the other side, Naruto came to Kakashi and activated his healing power to completely restore Kakashi's eyes. Then all members of Team 7 gathered together, determined to save the world. At the same time, Madara also grabbed Obito and came to the four people. Seeing this, Team 7 launched an attack, but all the attacks were deflected by Madara. At this moment, Madara had gained eyes and reached the peak of his strength. After that, Madara flew into the void, activated several Earth explosive sky stars, and triggered several extraterrestrial meteorites. The powerful force shocked everyone on the ground. Then, Madara took off his forehead protector facing the blood moon, and a 9-Magatama Jade moon eye suddenly appeared on his forehead. Under the reflection of the third eye, the moon also changed, and everyone on the battlefield was suddenly attracted by the vision of the moon. In response, Sasuke activated Susanoo to protect the three Narutos. At this moment, the moon suddenly shines brightly, and the infinite Tsukuyomi activates. I saw that Kagaya's figure kept shining, and everyone in the ninja world fell into hallucinations. Then the Madara knot seal was used, and the sacred tree world came. In an instant, the earth cracked, the sacred tree rose into the sky, and the towering giant tree suddenly sprouted countless branches, firmly binding all living beings. After a long time, the earth changed beyond recognition. Looking at the world, only Team 7 under the protection of Sasuke and the past Hokages who were reincarnated in the dirty land did not fall into Tsukuyomi. At this moment, Madara jumped down from the air. He told the first generation that he had finally realized their childhood dreams and finally brought eternal peace to the world. The words are not finished yet. Puff. A black hand instantly passed through Madara's chest. You're wrong, Madara. Behind him, Black Zetsu's arm passed through Madara's chest, and continued to say to Madara, this is not over yet, you are just a tool in my plan, and I am Kagaya's consciousness. Then, Black Zetsu frantically extracted the power of Madara and the divine tree, and even the earth was torn apart by the surging chakra bombardment. After that, Black Zetsu controlled Madara and grabbed everyone, and said that there is no way for people to enter the infinite Tsukuyomi. Eternal peace, the ultimate goal of this ninjutsu is to absorb everyone's chakra, thereby achieving invincible power. After saying this, Madara began to expand violently, and then contracted violently. Between the expansion and contraction, it was fragmented into pieces. The figure slowly emerged. This person is none other than Kagaya Itsutsuki. To read Bao's Huang novels, go to Filu Novel Network. I never thought that Madara was actually a tool man. Ha ha ha, I was laughing so hard, I didn't expect the clown to be Madara himself. I asked you to take advantage of Obito, didn't you expect that? I couldn't stop laughing. I thought the final battle was with Madara, but I didn't expect it was Kagaya Itsutsuki. Shocked, there is a continuous Matryoshka phenomenon. I would like to ask what the person involved thinks. Yes, this scene really makes me happy. Ha 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 ha, Uchiha Madara is just an inferior guy after all. Kagaya Itsutsuki makes me feel so powerful. But why am I a little obsessed with her? Stop talking, Kagaya Itsutsuki is mine. It's just a little farce, I can wipe you out in a matter of seconds. In the barrage, people in the world looked at the scene and couldn't help but began to laugh unscrupulously. 0. It can be said that as much as Uchiha Madara was pretending to be awesome just now, his ridicule now is just as awesome. Intense. In the world of Naruto, the ninjas could not help but have their eyes twitching wildly and their whole bodies trembling as they looked at this scene. As for other ridicules, they care more about the enemy in front of them. 4.4. If they cannot defeat Kaguya at Satsuki, I am afraid that the entire ninja world they will all be destroyed. In the Akatsuki organization, Uchiha Obito looked at the scene and felt secretly happy involuntarily. Black Zetsu in his body had a pale face. At this moment, Black Zetsu just wanted to say hello to the video creator. The 18th generation. Fuck, who can withstand this? In the land of death, Madara Uchiha looked at this scene, the corners of his eyes began to twitch wildly, the corners of his mouth began to twitch, and his face looked as if he had eaten shit. Never would I have imagined that in the end, I would actually make a wedding dress for Otsutsuki. If Black Zetsu were in front of Madara at this moment, Madara would probably not be able to help but tear him into pieces and continue to ravage him. Taking stock of the people in the world, starting with the fate of the country. Author, Red Lotus. Chapter 60. The screen continued to play, and Kaguya Otsutsuki slowly opened her eyes and attacked Naruto and Sasuke with her hair. Although the two Naru and Zo resisted vigorously, they were still knocked away by hand. At this moment, Kaguya showed an astonishing aura and terrifying hair volume, even shocking Sakura and Kakashi to the point where they could hardly move. Kaguya also saw that Naruto and Sasuke were the reincarnations of Azura and Indra. Then Kaguya said that this land was her garden, and she wanted to eliminate all the pests that invaded the garden. As soon as he finished speaking, everyone fell into the lava hell. In the critical moment, Sasuke and Kakashi saved Naruto and Sakura respectively with their quick eyes and quick hands. However, through the burning forehead protector, everyone discovered that this was not an illusion, but a real hell. At this time, Kakashi's rope suddenly broke. Kaguya took the opportunity to launch an attack and shot down Sasuke's giant eagle. Fortunately, Naruto activated the power of 6 paths and saved the 3 of them. Then, Kaguya flew up again, and Naruto stood up to meet him. The two released ninjutsu energy and attacked each other, but Naruto missed a move and flew away. Seeing this, Sasuke took over and controlled Susanoo to shoot arrows from a distance. After that, Sasuke activated his eye power and swapped the positions of himself and the arrow. Sasuke appeared in front of Kaguya instantly, and Susanoo's sword was also hungry. Call out! The terrifying sword tore through the atmosphere, and even the space was distorted. However, when Kaguya raised his hands, Sasuke's sword slowly melted and exploded. Boom! The strong airflow instantly swept through everything around him, and even Sasuke, who was wrapped by Susanoo, was blown away far away. Fortunately, Naruto used the Kyudeo Jade as a platform, which helped Sasuke recover. At this moment, the killing move came again. Kaguya passed through the space rift and appeared behind the two of them. For a moment, Naruto and Sasuke were suddenly restrained and unable to move. Kaguya activated Black Zetsu and began to absorb the chakra of the two. At this time, Black Zetsu said that Kaguya was his mother. The sun and moon marks given to Naruto and Sasuke by the Sage of 6 Paths were not actually used to seal the 10 tails. Come and seal Kaguya. And 01 Kaguya also fell into memories. Back to reality, while Black Zetsu was distracted, Naruto suddenly broke free from Black Zetsu's shackles, and then he quickly rescued Sasuke and Obito, and then everyone joined hands to attack Kaguya. I saw that without saying a word, Sasuke formed a seal with his hands and directly activated Amaterasu. Seeing this, Kaguya smiled softly and left him to fend for himself. At this moment, Naruto activated his clone, exhaled and released his ultimate killing move. The art of divine reverse harem. I saw that countless beautiful men suddenly appeared in front of Kaguya. After all, I had not seen a man for countless years. Kagaya became fascinated for a moment, and even Sakura in the distance blushed with nosebleeds. Looking at this scene, countless women in the world couldn't help but blush with shame. Some of them even said it was wonderful, while countless men's eyes twitched and their mouths began to twitch. I really can't stand it, Naruto is so loyal. In the world of Conan, Sanako wiped her nosebleed and couldn't help but give Naruto a thumbs up. Xylan on the side even blushed and felt a restlessness in her body. Alas, you are so bold. In the world of death, Rangiku Matsumoto only felt that it was a feast for the eyes. Ah, disgusting. It's not bad for letting me watch this kind of thing. In the world of pirates, Nami covered her eyes, revealing a gap. Damn you guy, you actually let me see such a scene. In Nine Snakes Island, Hancock, who was sitting on the throne, had an angry face, but his legs were clamped. In the world of Saint Seiya, Shaji's face was red while holding the scepter, and she felt that her whole body was starting to get hot. Is this okay? In the Demon Slayer world, the pillar-level experts were stunned for an instant. Even Yanzu lamented and Yu Xingming stopped crying. Lianzu beside him even collapsed to the ground, trembling all over. He is worthy of being the unexpected #1 ninja, he is truly amazing. In the butterfly house, Tanjiro couldn't help but show his thumbs. In the world of Naruto, many women in the classroom looked at the scene with blushing cheeks. Among them, Sakura Ino and others even shed nosebleeds, while Hinata his face turned red and he fell to the ground and fainted. In the ninja world, countless men were shocked and stayed on the spot, unable to recover for a long time. At this time, they had only one thought in their minds. Isn't it? This is okay? The legendary existence, Kagaya Itsutsuki was actually fascinated by this move. Back to the screen, he never thought that Naruto knocked down two tough girls one after another with one move. Taking advantage of Kagaya's loss of consciousness, Naruto punched came out, sending Kagaya flying out. Then, Sasuke also activated his eye power and moved Kagaya between the two of them. Naruto and Sasuke flew forward, trying to seal it. At the critical moment, Kagaya emerged from the fantasy world. When he came back to his senses, time and space changed immediately, and the lava mutated into ice and snow. Naruto and Sasuke were both frozen by the ice and snow, and the surrounding environment had also become a severe cold zone. Soon, the two of them shattered the ice, but he used the space rift to directly pull Sasuke into the desert space. At this time, the ice and snow suddenly broke apart where Naruto was, and countless ice picks began to attack Naruto. In a moment of inadvertence, Naruto was swallowed by the heavy snow, and Kagaya came again arriving at the space where Naruto is, the war resumes. At this moment, Obito in the distance finally discovers that Kagaya's ability to use space rifts is also a type of time and space ninjutsu. With the help of the power transmitted by Sakura and Naruto's clones, Obito also uses Kamui entered Kagaya's space. At this moment, Kagaya suddenly attacked Naruto, and Naruto used the power of the five tails to break the ice pick, and even punched Kagaya away. Then, Naruto used the multiple shadow clone technique, and countless shadow clones filled the void, and the two sides entered into a fight. However, the moment Naruto hit Kagaya with a punch, Kagaya activated the space rift ability to dodge. At the same time, Obito found the opportunity to activate his divine power and help Naruto's clone enter Kagaya's first ball space. It turned out that Kagaya had 5 foreign spaces, and the first ball space was connected to the 5 major spaces. Seeing this, Kagaya launched a special move on Naruto's clone, kill the ash bones together. I saw that the grey bone rod passed through the space rift, appeared behind Naruto instantly, and struck through the abdomen. Then Naruto's clone gradually turned to stone and turned into ashes, killing him instantly. After that, Kagaya activated the space rift and left the first ball space. At this time, Sakura and Obito suddenly appeared in the first ball space. It turned out that they had come here a long time ago and hid aside. Then Obito used Sakura's power to start looking for Sasuke. After some efforts, they found the space where Sasuke was, successfully rescued him, and the three of them were finally reunited. At this moment, Obito fell to the ground due to exhaustion of his Kamui, but Obito stood up again with his strong will and prepared to use his Kamui to bring Sakura back. And Sasuke. At the same time, Kaguya and Naruto in the outside world are in a stalemate. The lethality of the ash bones is extremely powerful, and will die immediately if it is hit. Kaguya uses the position of the Seeking Jade to identify Naruto's true body and launch attacked and restrained Naruto with his hair. Just as Sasuke and others arrived, Kaguya penetrated Naruto completely. Naruto instantly turned into ashes, but Kaguya unexpectedly discovered that this Naruto they were still clones. Later, Nezuo and Neru reunited again, but Kaguya suddenly brought everyone into a hypergravity space. In an instant, all Naruto's clones were disabled, and everyone could not lift their heads. However, Kaguya was miserable after injuring the enemy by 1000 and damaging himself by 800. However, Kaguya could activate the joint killing of ashes. Call out. The terrifying ashes of the comrades pierced the atmosphere and rushed toward Naruto and Sasuke with great force. With great difficulty, Naruto and Sasuke dodged the first attack. Seeing that the second Ash Bones attack was about to be avoided, at the critical moment, Kakashi and Obito stared at the huge gravity and struggled to catch up. Naruto to Sasuke. At this moment, they seemed to see Lin's figure and pulled them forward. In the end, Obito used his divine power to absorb the ashes in front of Kakashi, but he himself was pierced through the body with a stick. To read Bao's Huang novels, go to Fila Novel Network. Upon seeing this, Naruto wanted to use his healing power to save Obito, but the ashes would die if touched, so the rescue was of no avail. At the same time, Sasuke activated his Rinnegan and appeared in front of Kaguya in an instant, using the force of gravity to strike down a lightning strike. Seeing this, Kaguya hurriedly switched the space scene and quickly flew up to avoid the attack. Then Sasuke activated Susanoo to continue fighting Kaguya, while Naruto tried his best to rescue Obito. However, at this moment, Obito was unable to save himself and was about to perish. You may have to experience more hardships in the future, but even so you must insist on implementing your way of tolerance. You once said, "Go forward bravely and do what you say, this is your way of human tolerance." Right. The body continued to dissipate, and Obito's voice slowly came out. Ah! I couldn't bear to close my eyes, and Naruto's unwilling voice came out. Naruto, you must become Hokage. Turn around and look at Naruto, a smile appeared on Obito's face. Ah! Under Naruto's answer, Obito eventually turned into countless ashes and dissipated. Looking at Obito's death, Black Zetsu began to mock Obito. Upon hearing this, the angry Naruto instantly cut off Kaguya's arm and nailed Black Zetsu to the ground. At this moment, Obito, who had become ashes, suddenly turned into chakra and possessed Kakashi. After that, Kakashi actually possessed Obito's Sharingan. On the other side, Naruto gathered the power of each tailed beast, activated the fairy magic super tailed beast spiral shuriken, and hit Kaguya in one fell swoop. The powerful attack directly disrupted Kaguya's body, and he instantly turned into a white monster. Seeing that Sakura was about to be crushed by the monster, Kakashi activated his complete Susanoo and successfully rescued Sakura. Then Kakashi used the Kamui Shuriken to destroy several monster arms in one fell swoop. At this moment, the earth suddenly turned turtle cracked, surging chakra spurted out, and the monster turned into Kaguya intact again after absorbing the chakra. In fact, in the original space, Kaguya can absorb infinite Tsukuyomi's chakra, and then Kaguya raised her hand to send out ashes, but this move was all blocked by Kakashi. After that, Kakashi used the power of thunder to suppress Kaguya, causing Kaguya to be hurt again. Taking this opportunity, Naruto Sasuke flew forward, trying to attack and seal Kagaya in one fell swoop. Night. However, with the help of Black Zetsu, Sasuke on the right was almost penetrated. Fortunately, Sasuke used his ability in time to replace Naruto's shadow clone, thus avoiding being instantly penetrated by the gray bones. At the same time as the day, Naruto's body on the left, he stretched out his palm and continued to fly towards Kagaya. Upon seeing this, Black Zetsu shot out the ash bones through the space crack again, just when the ash bones were about to penetrate Naruto's body. Divine Power. In the distance, Kakashi's Eye Power 297 was released, transmitting the ashes to a different space. Sasuke also used the ability of the Samsara Eye to adjust his position again with the pierced Naruto clone. Naruto and Sasuke simultaneously stretched out their palms with the sun and moon marks towards Kagaya. Phew! Void one stepping on it, Kagaya's body suddenly flew upwards. At this moment, and I am a woman, so don't look down on me. In the sky, Sakura's figure suddenly fell, and her right fist filled with terrifying power hit Kagaya without hesitation. Bang! The terrifying power caused Kagaya's body to fall again, and then Naruto and Sasuke's palms also clinging tightly to Kagaya's body. 6 paths of earth exploding stars. Mingzuo and Mingzuo shouted in unison, and a majestic figure appeared on the screen with his hands clasped together. In this way, with the tacit cooperation of all members of Class 7, Mingzuo and Mingzuo successfully used 6 earth-blasting stars to blast the big tube. Kagaya sealed it again, and Naruto also threw Black Zetsu at the earth explosion star and sealed them together. Yoxi, the finale is finally here. Okay, after reading this, let's go back to our homes and find our mothers. Woohoo, Obito is dead. Obito just wanted to create a world with Lin. What was wrong with him? Death, so many people died because of him, was he right? Holy Mother upstairs, get out of here. God, after reading Naruto's experience, I feel like I can do it again. It's not over yet, what are you anxious about? Isn't it going to be a cliché plot next? Isn't it just that Naruto became the Hokage? That's right, if there's anything good to see, leave it alone. I bet a pack of spicy strips that Naruto will not marry Sakura in the end. I bet with heaven-level fighting skills, I will definitely marry Sakura. I bet that Naruto will marry Hinata. I bet on the supreme treasure art that Sakura will die alone. Looking at this scene, the people in the world also expressed emotion, while some powerful people frowned and looked unhappy. People did not expect that things would end in this way, but it was still a comparison. A good ending. But that Otsutsuki Kagaya is too weak, right? That kind of fighting method is simply full of loopholes in the eyes of some strong men. With this kind of fighting experience, it is better to let Uchiha Madara come, maybe he can still see it an eye-catching battle.